Smash the button. Kick the crutch. And smash some heads. That's Joel. So welcome to The Last of Us. Guess who just forgot to record and was well into the game and then realized, I forgot to record. So we left off when Ellie has been kidnapped by a cannibalistic pedophile, whatever. You know, whatever. It really doesn't matter. He's a fucking monster. Joel is super hurt.
Where is she?
But I still wouldn't want to mess with him. And we kind of have to save Ellie. And, you know, not die, I guess. Which is really hard in this part. I mean, not when we play as Joel, because despite his injury and despite him being cleverly rendered, you know, like slower than usual, Joel is still a very, like, powerful character.
Move it! Don't let him get you!
Damn it. And, yeah, Ellie is not. Which makes the whole cannibal section really isn't my favorite, I have to say. Like today's recording, I hopefully can cover all of it with this recording, is the first time it's really like a chore. Like, I don't want to do it. It's like whenever I play this part, I don't want to continue, but I have to get to the end of the game, you know, to to finish it. And I started this Let's Play, like, I can't just, you know, go like, I don't want it anymore, I don't like this part. So,
Spread out.
no. So that's me, forcing myself through this. Like homework. Oh my god, don't just run. Why? So I wanted to talk about cannibals. That's the promise I made, and that's the promise I will keep. So I read The Hunger by Amakatsu, which is a horror book, a fictitious horror book based on the real escapades, I wanted to say, but the real tragedy of the Donner Party, which was a settler party of a lot of settlers that were taking the wrong turn, were forced into a situation in the middle of winter where they had to eat corpses. Human corpses. And it's kind of an urban myth. Like, it was actually just super tragic. I'll continue later on. Oh, mash the button. Kick the crutch. And smash some heads. That's Joel. It's his new jingle, by the way, for a sitcom.
Fuck you up. What the?
You wait here. Now, the girl. Is she alive?
What girl? I don't know no girl.
Focus right here, right here. I'll pop your goddamn knee off. The girl.
She's alive. She's David's newest pet.
Where?
In the town. In the town.
Now you're gonna mark it on the map. And it better be the same exact spot your buddy points to. Mark it.
It's right there. You can verify it. Go ask him. Go on. I tell you, I ain't lying. I ain't.
Fuck you, man. He told you what you wanted. I ain't telling you shit.
That's all right. I believe him.
No, wait! Wakey, wakey. Come on.
Let's go! Stop!
I warned you.
I'm infected! I'm infected!
Really?
So are you. Right there. Roll up my sleeve. Look at it!
I'll play along.
What'd you say? Everything happens for a reason, right?
What the hell is that? She would have turned by now. It can't be real. Looks pretty fucking real to me.
No! So now starts the worst section in the entire game, and I hate all of it. I will continue my cannibal monologue later on, because for this, like when I'm back with Joel, who's safe, you know. I feel safe with Joel. Because I'm not a cannibal or a hemophile, so I don't have to be scared of him.
Check out this area. Check down there.
Okay. Oh shit. No. There's no one. Oh my god. And I will probably not talk a lot because I'm so scared. The last time I played this through, I was so bad at it. It was ridiculous. I died so many times. I get so nervous, like I'm back at school. Writing a test I haven't learned for okay. I think he comes closer and looks around. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa! No, 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 no! Oh my god. It starts. The confusion, it starts. Why? No, why? No! No! Oh no! 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 Oh. Okay, first death. Let me knife you. Not. Hey! Whoa! I did it! I did. She was jumping. Oh my god. I hate this. And it annoys me so much because I used to be quite good at this. Like, there was a time, a much simpler time, really, when I actually didn't suck in this scene. But now I do, and I don't know why. It's like, because I tense up so much in anticipation of the scene, that I just get so much worse. Oh, no, 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 don't. You haven't seen me. Where? Oh, shit. Okay.
Where do I go?
Oh, Ellie. Like, I get too immersed in this scene. I think that's just the main thing. I get just so... I put myself into Ellie's shoes, and this is such a terrifying... Like, oh my god, you know, an entire town of fucking cannibals is on the lookout for you.
Where are they?
No! Run! No! 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 Please, just let me go! No! Ugh. Oh, god damn it! Oh man, I'm back here. No! Oh god. No! Maybe I cut all of this out. So it will look like when I finally manage to do this, it will look like it was no problem at all.
Where do I go?
Maybe I should use the bottle more.
Where are they?
Oh. Okay.
What's that?
Okay. And off to the even worse part. Okay, I finally made it. Sorry for really not talking at all. This is such a boring part, isn't it? I mean, for you to watch. For me, it's the worst. It's dramatic. I hate it. I just wanna curl up, watch a cartoon, not think of it. Okay, so let's see how often I will die in this.
Easy to track. How did you do it? It's all right. Nowhere to go. You want out? Go ahead, come get these keys. I know you're not infected. No one that's infected fights this hard to stay alive.
I gotta get those keys.
What is it? I gotta admit, had me back there. For a second, shook my faith.
Okay, number one.
That was good, kid.
Oh my god. I'm so tense.
All right.
I hate this so much.
You know, you keep surprising me. I heard that. I see.
No! Ugh. But I didn't walk on the charts. He did. He hurt himself. And then... Oh no, no, no.
Keep surprising me.
Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Okay. Oh, I hate this dude. I hate him so much. Okay. Oh my god. Yes. Yes. Come on. Yes! Oh my god. Oh, the last time I died 1,000 times in this scene. Oh my god. I'm kind of embarrassed because I shouldn't be that emotional about it. Like... But I am. I don't know why this scene gets me, but it really does. It's the worst. It's like, you know, giving that shitty love note to the guy you like, who is 10 leagues above you, and who has a super nice girlfriend, but you kind of think that you can wing it, which you can't. That's, you know, the feeling. Like, you know it's going to be bad. They're everywhere. They're everywhere.
Son of a bitch! Oh, shit.
Hey! How did he see me? Yeah, I got this one. So, you know, it's better than what you got. No, I keep the axe. Okay, so back to the cannibals. I think I'm relaxed. I'm relaxed enough now to talk about cannibals. So, because I read The Hunger, and it's very based on a lot of historical facts regarding the Donna track. Track? Is that correct? I don't know. Anyways, because Amakatsu based her book on Ethan Rarick's Desperate Passage, which is kind of the historical detailing of what those families went through based on diaries, newspaper articles, interviews. And it's, first of all, it's very informative, it's very dense with information, and it's super interesting because there was so much press even back then, like a lot of myths and just over exaggeration. Like the worst things about the press was there back then, so it must have been really hard for the survivors. But Rarick also talks about cannibalism in general, and you know, whether it was where it came from. Yay! When it happened and everything, and we usually think, you know, cannibals comes from like the indigenous people, but it's actually quite common for white folk to get cannibalistic when they get hungry, which, I mean, yeah, that's... why not? I mean, it's kind of... it's not that... unheard of. And it was very common, well, not exactly practice sounds like, you know, that's kind of what you do, that's what you want to do, like you get, you know, that's the tip you get. It was more a thing of, it happened at sea when you were lost at sea and there was no food left. You had to kind of, you know, eat people, and mostly it was corpses, like people that were already dead, that they ate. So that was practiced so much so that even in the news it wasn't really newsworthy. Like, it was kind of normal for like people getting lost at sea to just do that. To just, yeah, eat corpses. And sometimes it was, you know, like a footnote, how they survived. There was one odd case that Rarick describes where they actually had tubs full of potatoes but still started to eat people. So I feel like there also were cases where people just were like, well, let's just do it. You know, I don't like potatoes. That's boring. It's always the same. But otherwise, yeah, it was always a means of, you know, desperation. As the Donna family as well. Like, they ate leather before they started eating people. And not living people, but corpses. I think they killed one person. It's quite probable, it's highly probable that they killed that person. And that person was an indigenous person. So, yeah, kind of typical. You know, I mean, I don't want to say it, but yeah, that feels so, you know, that if they kill someone, that would be a non-white person. I don't know, man, it's super sad in a way. Especially because that was someone who wasn't involved with any of the families. Like, most of them were part of the tracks, and that person, they were actually hired to help these families get through those passages. So, you know, assholes, really, those settlers. So anyway, so the history of cannibalism is really, it's very common. I mean, not, you know, like in a we enjoy it kind of way common, but it wasn't that unheard of, especially not with white people. It was very common for people at sea when they had nothing else. And it happened with settlers as well, like if you get stuck. Or I assume it also happened for people. I think there's also one of those movies even about it. I watched that in the 90s. About mountain trekkers, I think, who, yeah, also started eating corpses. So, yeah. But in this society, so, you know, to like finalize my monologue, because I'm about to save Ellie, I think. In this society, I kind of get it, but I don't, because I feel like there's enough food out there. Because there's not many people out there, so you would have a lot of food.
What is this? Where the hell is Ellie's stuff here? I gotta find her. I gotta find her. Holy shit. Ellie.
I like that Naughty Dog does these things where like you move Ellie in this scene. You don't have to. It could just be a cutscene.
I knew you had heart. You know, it's okay to give up. Ain't no shame in it.
But you move her, like there is this tiny bit of gameplay, so you care more. You know, you're more invested.
It's not.
It's such a
not your
great
style, is it?
gameplay detail. Like how to use gameplay for immersion.
You can try begging.
Fuck you.
So disgusting. Ugh,
You think you know me?
fucking pig.
Well, let me tell you something. You have no idea what I'm capable of.
Stop! Stop!
Fucking touch me!
It's okay. It's me. It's me. It's me. Look. It's me.
He tried to...
Oh, baby girl. It's okay. It's okay.
No.
It's okay.
I think that's the part where I really start to have a connection to Joel because he's a safe haven for Ellie. And at that point, you love Ellie so much that that's the important thing, despite, you know, who Joel is as a character, as a person. And that scene really moves me. Like, I just got teary-eyed because
Ellie! Ellie! Did you hear me?
No. What?
Look. Hospital. This is where we get off. Let's go, kiddo.
like the kind of relief to be in such a
Feel that
situation.
breeze, huh? I tell you, on a day like this, I just sit on my porch, pick away at my sixth string.
Oh.
Yeah, once we're done with this whole thing, I'm gonna teach you how to play guitar.
Oh.
Yeah, I reckon you'd really like that. What do you say, huh? Ellie, I'm talking to you.
Huh? Oh. Yeah, sure, that sounds great.
It's kind of role reversed, right? Because at the beginning, Joel was the traumatized, you know, not talking person, and now it's Ellie. I mean, Ellie has a lot to deal with now emotionally, just to work through that. I mean, I think she knew what David was. I read a Reddit forum post that someone said that this is David. It's supposed to be like, they were like, in one scene you see a photo of David and his family to see how far people will come. And let me tell you people, this is not David. Not at all. So, you know, just, that kind of rubbed me the wrong way.
I dreamt about flying the other night.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, because of
Go
this.
on, tell me about it.
So, I'm on this big plane full of people, and everyone is screaming, yelling because the plane's going down.
Yeah.
So I walk to the cockpit, open the door, there's no pilot. I try to use the controls, but I obviously have no clue how to fly a plane. And right before we crash. I'll wake up. I've never been on a plane. Isn't that weird?
It is.
Well, you know, dreams are weird.
I wonder whether she saw a movie with a plane, because how else would she know how it looks like inside of a plane? Or maybe in a book? I mean, in military school they probably had electricity and could watch movies and everything. So yeah, so the roles are now reversed and Ellie is kind of dealing with some shit. And Joel is kind of trying to, you know, pick her up. Wait, there's some... Oh, I missed that. Oh, there we go. 5. Well, wasn't that worth it? So yeah, the cannibals were bad because they went out of their way
Look at
to
that.
be
Another
cannibals.
city, another abandoned quarantine zone.
And that's just, you know, I mean, it's one way if you're really like desperately in need and everyone is
There's that
starving.
hospital the Firefly mentioned. Come on, kiddo.
But they didn't look like they were starving, you know. They looked like they had like People Burger and Soylent Green like all the time. It's the zoo and it's giraffes. I still haven't looked up how to pronounce it. I'm so sorry. And I switch with the pronunciation, I found out. Like when I edit my videos, I always say it differently. Always wrong, probably, but always differently, you
Maybe we
know.
cut through here.
Change up the reason why you're angry at me pronouncing the word giraffe. These things are kind of super sad. Like to walk through this, where people thought they would kind of get away from it all. Lucia, we made it to the quarantine zone. I wanted to call you, but all the phone lines are down in the city. They told us that they can deliver letters between the different zones, although it will probably take a week or two to reach you. We're in good spirits. Hannah talks about you a lot. She really misses you. I'm surprised at the calmness and maturity she's shown throughout his craziness. I feel like I've been the emotional one. I find that she's comforting me most of the time. We've raised her well. I hope all is well on your side of the country, and I really hope to hear your voice soon. Love, Graham.
We didn't have a clue back then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Are you, though?
Kind of seem extra quiet today.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's not. It's fine.
Well, we could use that ladder.
Here we go.
Oh. No boost for you, Joel.
Ellie. Ellie.
What?
The ladder.
Right.
Like, what a weight on the shoulders of this girl. Like, she has to save humanity. She got attacked by a gross cannibalistic pedophile.
Ellie!
She basically had to save Joel's life.
You gotta see this.
What is it?
Okay, so this scene is so well made.
What the hell is...
Look at that shadow. Look at it. Look at it. I love it so much. And I hear the music and I'm getting emotional. There, oh my god, I saw it. I never see it. I'm always too slow. Oh, but now I'm too slow. There, oh my god. Oh my god, you can see them. Is that a bug?
Hurry up.
I see him, hell.
I never saw that.
You see that?
Oh.
Don't scare it.
I won't, I won't.
What are you doing?
It's all right. Come here, come here. Hurry up. Come on.
Right there. So fucking cool. Aw, where's it off to? Here, come on, let's go.
Slow down, kiddo.
Come on.
To think that they nearly didn't have this scene in the game, it's just absolutely baffling. Just how these small, like just a small short notice idea, and it's one of the most beautiful scenes in this whole game. Like, it's so gorgeous. I'm crying.
Look at those things.
You're crying. Everyone's crying.
So, is everything you were hoping for?
It's got its ups and downs, but you can't deny the view, though.
I always wondered, I used to think that Ellie is so down and quiet because of what happened with David. But I think it's implied again that it's been a while, so that she had time to work through it, and she does work through her emotions a lot better than Joel does, at least in this game. And then at some point, I thought maybe she knows that her being immune and her being part of a possible vaccine means more than just a small harmless operation. Maybe she already knows that she might risk her life, and that's why she's so quiet, because she knows this is possibly the last time she spends with, I think, the person she loves most in the world at this point. And I mean, obviously, if you self-sacrifice, and if this is what you decide to do, that it's a sad thing, no matter how noble the cause.
We don't have to do this. You know that, right?
What's the other option?
Go back to Tommy's. Just be done with this whole damn thing.
After all we've been through. Everything that I've done. It can't be for nothing. Look, I know you mean well, but there's no halfway with this. Once we're done, we'll go wherever you want. Okay?
Well, I ain't leaving without you. So let's go wrap this up.
Like this dialogue, it really made me think, because this is what you... This is like a farewell. This is the lie you tell a kid that doesn't know better. You know, I mean, there's no halfway with this. It kind of implies that she knows that she might not return.
I bet Ellie'd like this.
Okay. Heavy stuff. The time has come for Daniela's second faster-than-light test flight. This time the mission is not exploration, but infiltration. This time Daniela is going to their payload, a 20-teraton anti-carbon bomb. Their crew, 8 of the most capable, suicidal, and dangerous men and women of the Last Watch. The mission, the annihilation, yeah, whatever, of the Traveler homeworld. Messed that up. Whatever. And the whole, you know, when this is over, we're going wherever you will go. I mean, that's kind of, I don't know. It reminds me of what you say when there's no tomorrow, you know, and then you say, well, tomorrow we'll do this and that, and tomorrow we'll ride a unicorn or whatever. You know, in those sappy drama movies where some person will die, you know, they have cancer, and then they spin, you know, they think about what they will do when they beat it, but they know they won't. But just to make the other person feel better, you know, they make those plans, because it's so hard to convince someone that you're not going to make it, you know, to say goodbye. Like this whole game is a lot about saying goodbye, you know, to deal with loss.
This place takes me back.
How so?
It was right after everything went down. I ended up in a triage just like this. And everywhere you looked, you just saw families torn apart. The whole damn world seemed to have turned upside down in a blink.
Is that after you lost Sarah?
Yes, it was.
I can't imagine losing someone you love like that. Losing everything that you know. I'm sorry, Joel.
It's okay, Ellie.
I mean, Ellie has lost a lot of people, you know. Like she's so careful to be sensitive and to not hurt Joel's feelings. But at some point I'm like, she shouldn't have to be. I mean, being sensitive when he talks about his daughter, yes, but not put her own feelings down, because she has experienced loss, a lot of it. And she's younger than he was, you know. So we suddenly also see a completely different side of Joel, because he's warmer. He talks about Sarah. He never did that. He remembers, you know, his voice. I mean, again, Troy Baker, amazing at what he's doing. Gives him a warmth in his voice that he didn't have before.
All right.
Do I want this? Do I do this just so I have like one weapon that's that's completely done? Yeah, I do that.
That'll do nicely.
Yeah, well, not really, honestly. Oh wait. Oh. Oh. Okay. I think that's it in this section. don't want to miss any cool collectible. Like, I don't really care anymore about the pendants. Because I missed one. And so I won't get... I won't get anything out of it. But I don't want to miss a note. But I think that's it, yeah. So, let's go.
Joel.
Oh.
I got something for you.
Where are you? Making me run.
Here. Maria showed this to me and I stole it. I hope you don't mind.
Well, no matter how hard you try, I guess you can't escape your past. Thank you.
Although the graphic Joel didn't just show it, I think he had tears in his eyes. I think he was very moved. I mean, a big question. I read a lot about Joel's
This time it's gonna
decision.
be different.
Spoiler
I
alert.
just know it.
What do you mean?
They're gonna be there. The Fireflies. I'm sure of it.
And the ending of the game. And I think a big question in general is, in a world like this, what is your purpose? I talked about purpose in another episode of this Let's Play, when we read the letter of the mother who lost her son, was killed by the military, so she became part of the opposition, you know, and was kind of like going on a revenge killing spree. And I said there, if her son was her purpose in life and it's taken, and maybe not her son per se, but rather the connections she had with other people, and maybe her son was the only connection left, then, you know, you always have to ask yourself, in societies like this, where really it's so hard to find a real purpose. Nope. Yeah, well, yeah, okay. Like, do you live like the Fireflies? Their purpose is to get humanity back to its place of glory in a way. But you can also have the purpose of making sure that individually, you know, the people around you are well.
Oh man. Holy shit.
Stay quiet.
And that's always the question. I mean, what's most important? Society as a whole, humanity as a whole, and are you willing to sacrifice your well, not your loved one, like you don't have to kill your loved ones to help society, but are you willing to care less about your loved ones or treat them like everyone else? Like, don't, you know, treat them better than the rest? Or are you saying my family is the most important thing? And both views have ups and downs. I mean, just caring about your family, that's basically why the world is a shit show, because we're always like, well, my group is more important than any other group. You know, I don't care if trans people get discriminated against, whether especially trans women of color get killed so much more often than any other group of people, because I'm not part of that group. I don't care. You know, I don't care if people in other parts of the world are suffering, because it's not, you know, that's their business. They have to deal with that. Or do you care for other people? But then again, if you only care for other people and you don't really, like, I've experienced people that, you know, fight the good fight, but they're total assholes. I mean, everyone has, you know, met the kind of militant vegans that, you know, make it hard for all the other nice vegans, and there's a lot of nice vegans out there, because they're so condescending and they're such dicks, you know. Or the people that are like, well, if you buy at Amazon, or if you still eat meat, or if you still use a plastic straw, then you're the worst person in the world, you know, and you're responsible for everything that it's wrong with this world, which is, you know, obviously it's bullshit, but those people exist, and they will help, you know. They might be amazing in what they're doing for the world, but they can be such assholes because they don't consider the individual. They only see the big picture. So, you know, it's very difficult to strike the perfect balance, like to stand up for all rights, care for humanity as a whole, but also care for the individual. Like, that's the constant strive when you're a human being within society. You know, how to maneuver through that. And I think that's... Don't be loud, Joel. And that's one of the questions that this game actually asks. Like, I'm not just rambling along because I think, you know, I'm so smart. Because I don't think I'm really smart. That's basically what this game... That's the question of this game. I mean, that's what we see, you know, with Henry and James. And not Henry and James, what the hell? With Henry and Sam, you know, they live for each other. They care for each other. With Ish, it was that small family that closed, you know, up. With Tommy's model, it's more about, you know, humanity as a whole, because they build a society that could live with more people, you know, that can help more people. With the Fireflies, that go to very crass means to actually help the whole of humanity. But to what extent, you know? I mean, they kill people as well. So that's the kind of stuff I'm thinking about when I'm thinking of this game. And I'm not sure the game gives satisfying answers. I don't even think it gives answers, like, you know, clear answers. It's more like, well, you know, think about it. Do I still have... Okay.
Oh man.
Yeah. Yeah, you big guy. Okay. Oh, look at that! They do a little dance! Oh, thank you guys. That's so nice. Okay, but I know there's some clickers in the back, so I have to take care of those before I go Luton. By the way, I'm not quite sure whether my opinion on this, or whether I have an opinion on this, on the right balance, because I think it's a tall order. Oh, I can do this? Whoa! No, 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 no! Don't! Hey! I thought you were gone. What the hell? I thought I had him. Is that it? Whoa, music! Calm
I
down.
think we got all of them.
I think you're right.
Endure and survive.
I had it under control. Don't know why the game was like so intense right there. Okay. Somewhere on top is something. There's a manual. Exactly. Bombs upgraded. Well, thank you, because, you know, it's not like I could have used that a few seconds ago. That's it. Oh, my neck is hurting. I'm sitting like a monkey on my chair. I'm not used to sitting like on a chair like a proper person. Like, I'm glad that there's
Think you can
no
shove that crate down?
camera here. That's by choice that there's no camera. Because I'm not even sitting like a monkey. I'm sitting like a gargoyle on my chair. Yeah, thank you, Joel. That looked amazing. But that position is also, it's not very
Watch
very
your
good
step.
for
That
my
water looks pretty deep.
for my whole
Hey, that's
body.
once we're done.
What's that?
You can teach me how to swim.
You got it.
Yeah, that would be a good, nice thing that totally wouldn't be too late or anything. I don't know why you didn't taught her before, because swimming that's kind of,
I'm on the other side.
you know, just a little bit important for survival in general. Um, oh, okay. Oh, I don't think I ever got that before.
Yeah, like this.
She would. By the way, usually Joel, throughout the whole game, screams and shouts, "Ellie, found one of them comics you like," and he didn't do it, I think, one time in this playthrough, and I don't know why. Because I was planning on doing a lot of jokes on that. That was basically 80% of my joke repertoire. And now, you know, man, okay. Catalysis. Faced with the failure of their mission, Daniela and James chose to make the ultimate sacrifice for humanity, flying the ship and the anti-carbon bomb on it straight into a neutron star. The resulting explosion was the single most significant astronomical event since the formation of the galaxy, destroying the Traveler fleet, their homeworld, and countless other worlds and star systems. But will the sacrifice of two of humanity's greatest heroes be enough to break the Traveler's iron grip? Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's a lot of foreshadowing here. I never got that. But I never really read the comics. I don't want to be distracted. For example, I don't like footnotes. They distract me from the actual thing. I mean, unless with like scientific books and stuff like that, but...
All right, just stick to the edge. It's shallow.
That was something downstairs. Oh.
Freezing!
Did I just say there was something downstairs? I mean, on the bottom. Like something moving. I see you. Okay.
And another jam door.
So yeah, because I don't want to be distracted, and those comics, they're kind of a distraction from the game. I love reading the notes, like the in-world notes. But with the comics, I usually don't do that. I did it for this game playthrough. And I will maybe make a supercut where I read everything in order. But yeah, it distracts me too much. Like the story is so interesting. I don't want to read about a comic. Ellie. Oh yeah, she was waiting because usually the clicker would be like... "Nah." Also, we could have gone through this. This hole is so big. Even Joel fits in there. Like, he's a lean dude. Look at him. He's not really... There's not much on him. Except just raw muscle. Sorry, I don't want to salivate over Joel here. Like, I mark my videos as not for kids, you know, only over 18, but I don't want it to be that kind of content. Like, I'm in a committed relationship. I don't need to drool over fictitious video game characters. It's kind of poetic. Look at that. The flowers through the eyes. Do we get a story? We don't. But look at that. You know, chained to the... shackled to the pipe. So maybe that person was bitten, you know, and they partnered up with that person. And so that person shackled them here, killed them when they turned, and then maybe killed themselves. That's my story. I think that's a good story. Don't want to use this.
All right, let's do this.
Reload speed, yeah, why not? Fire rate, yes. Yeah, why not? Let's just, you know, optimize my shotgun. I don't care. I really don't. I'm not playing this on hard mode, so I don't rely that much on it.
There it is.
Oh, that made me woozy. Okay.
Just stay put.
Oh no, wrong now. Oh my god, I'm going to die. Oh my god. I should have turned back. Oh my god. Okay, don't die, Joel. Okay, woo. Like, that would be the appropriate, like, that's where Troy Baker dropped the ball. He at least once should have done the whole, you know, thing. What is this room? Yellow marks the way. I don't know why I'm getting giddy. I'm getting giddy because I've been through the worst part of the game, that personally for me. But there's no reason to be giddy because it's not like we get a happy ending.
We made it.
So this part, I imagine it that the makers of the game, who I think love the players dearly, but gave the players like a big middle finger with this
Get on.
room,
Okay, there. Come on.
because you have the plank,
Be careful.
I got you.
you will get a ladder in a few seconds. And you will have to use that ladder numerous times. Even though the ladders as well as the planks are like the worst gameplay in the whole game. It's a miracle there's no generator in this. Oh no!
Damn ladder broke off the wall.
Now what?
I'll figure something out.
Yeah. Oh, I can climb it. Oh my god. I just wanted to get back and dive and do the whole thing, but... Hey. Would the ladder, you know, just clunk to the ceiling because it's kind of low? Because that is a high ladder. Oh well. Don't want to be too
Oh,
naggy about this.
idea.
There's a German word, Korinthenkacke, which is basically a vulgar term. Oh, I don't have to. God. For raisin shitter. Although raisin shitter probably also is a vulgar term. And that's what you call people when they
Oh, boy.
complain about small
Let me go
details and
ahead.
correct you on
You
really
follow
small
my lead.
details.
Okay, right behind you.
Do we have to, like, again, as numerous times in this game, do we have to go this way? Is there really no other, like, we have a ladder. Couldn't we just put the ladder up there and, you know, just a thought. I mean, Joel, you're an adult. You should know that this is... Oh, also... I'm not.
Hey, don't do that, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, come on, jump.
You're gonna catch me?
I got you. You didn't even need me.
Let's get the hell off this thing.
Ellie, move!
Joel! Here!
That's just the whole of Wile E. Coyote.
Ellie!
Okay, Joel, come on. I always want to do the fast swimming, but I don't think it's a thing in The Last of Us. Because that's part of Tomb Raider, and I think even Nathan Drake, Uncharted.
Hands in the air!
She's not breathing.
Hands in the fucking air!
Come on.
Welcome to the Fireflies. Sorry about that. They didn't know who you were.
And Ellie?
She's all right. They brought her back. You came all this way. How'd you do it?
It was her. She fought like hell to get here. Maybe it was meant to be.
I lost most of my crew crossing the country. I pretty much lost everything. And then you show up, and somehow we find you just in time to save her. Maybe it was meant to be.
We saw a zombie you, or infected you, Marlene.
Oh no! No, 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 no. Leave me alone. She looks like Marlene. I don't know why.
Take me to her.
You don't have to worry about her anymore. We'll take care
I
of her.
worry. Just let me see her, please.
Just FYI.
You can't. She's being prepped for surgery.
The hell do you mean, surgery?
The doctors tell me the cordyceps, the growth inside her, has somehow mutated. It's why she's immune. Once they remove it, they'll be able to reverse engineer a vaccine. A vaccine.
But it grows all over the brain.
It does.
Find someone else.
There is no one else.
Listen, you were gonna show me where she...
Stop. I get it. But whatever it is you think you're going through right now is nothing to what I have been through. I knew her since she was born. I promised her mother I would look after her.
Then why are you letting this happen?
Because this isn't about me, or even her. There is no other choice here.
Yeah, you keep telling yourself that bullshit.
March him out of here. He tries anything, shoot him. Don't waste this gift, Joel.
Get up. I said get up. Go on. Move. I said move. Give me an excuse. Which way? What the fuck you doing? Keep walking. I said keep walking. Where's the operating room? I ain't got time for this. Where? Where? Top floor, the far end.
No, I want to go back. This is a good place. I always wonder why the dude tells him where she is, because with 2 gut shots, you're not gonna make it. I mean, you don't even, you know, like, there's no way. Yeah. That's what I do. I'm a cold-blooded murderer now.
Got it.
So there's a lot of talk about whether what Joel is doing is the right thing or not. And for me,
Let's do this.
the way he goes about it is completely the wrong way. But I also agree, and this is not a thing that I came up with myself, a general thing. The fact that they didn't even wake Ellie up and just immediately went the whole surgery route, so they didn't even ask her, and she would have agreed to do the operation. I mean, again, as I said previously, I think she's completely willing to self-sacrifice. Oh, yes, nice. But that they took that from her, I think that's the thing where I feel like they dropped the ball. And Gab Smolders, who I adore, she's one of my favorite Let's Players. One of the very few. I don't watch many, but the ones I watch religiously. Which are, I said that before, so they're basically Mr. Kraven, John Wolfe, and Gab Smolders. Those are my 3. And I also really enjoy A Girl and a Game. Anyways, so Gab Smolders said, you know, that, and I kind of agree that if they would have put all of them in a room, you know, said to Ellie what's what with Joel there, and then let Ellie decide, Joel would have been in a position where it would have been very difficult for him to take her, because she could talk to him. She maybe could have explained to him that this was the right thing to do. What the hell are you doing, dude? And they took that from him, and they took that from her, and that's the part that's morally very ambiguous. Like, sacrificing her for the greater good, yeah, fine. I mean, you know, in the end, there is a chance of a vaccine, and that would be just absolutely crucial for humanity. But also, just give her the choice. And even if she says no, I mean, in the end, you can always say, well, okay, if you say no, then, you know, we'll still do it. But give her the choice, and the opportunity to decide for herself, and to say goodbye, because that's also kind of cruel to not even let her. And I think because Joel doesn't even have that, and he couldn't say goodbye to his daughter. I mean, she died nearly immediately in his arms, and now he can't say goodbye to Ellie. So that's his old trauma. At this point, it's probably not even a conscious decision for him. It's just his animal instinct going absolutely nuts. Oh! Ooh! Oh shit! Oh my god, I did not see these guys there. Oh. Oh my god, Joel. Okay. Sorry for not talking. This is kind of a little bit tense. Just a little bit. What did you say? I couldn't hear you over the sound of the gun that took you out. I should do a let's play of this with like the Arnold Schwarzenegger German accent. He's actually from Austria, but don't take my Ellie. Ellie found one of them comics that you like. Ah, I messed that up. That would have been an amazing Let's Play. Where is he? Oh, there. Does he know where I am? I don't think so. Yeah, I know where you are. Oh my god, I can't even do this. Okay. I think that was all of them in this part. So yeah, this is so intense because, I mean, they kind of attacked us. They kind of did a shitty thing. But also it's super overkill. And Joel is just... I mean... It's such a fucked up situation because the question really is, was there ever a way to not have this play out? Like it does. They could have waited until Ellie wakes up, and then they could have told her what's what. I mean, if you're waiting for such a long time to create a vaccine, and also if you thought she was dead, then a couple more hours, they really don't matter. Assuming that Ellie is fine enough, you know, to be woken up. Like, if she was on her deathbed, yeah, I get it. But otherwise, yeah, you could have woken her up. Could have told her, this is how it is. Do you want to help us? And then Ellie would have said, yeah, that's why I'm here. Sucks to be me, I guess, but that's why I'm here. And then they could have maybe, you know, told Joel, and then Ellie could have talked to him. Maybe not even with the others around, maybe just, you know, both of them having a farewell. And then maybe, I mean, that's the part where we don't really know where Joel is in his headspace. Maybe he would have still flipped his shit and killed everyone. It wouldn't be unlikely. He's, you know, not the most stable person, especially now that he has found his, you know, his purpose. But that's the one thing that could have happened to prevent this. But then again, you know, it wouldn't have made for an interesting game. So I think they deliberately made that choice. I don't think there's anything to get here. I think I have to continue on. And I will now do a no. Yeah, I think I can hide here. Yeah. No one sees me. Yeah, you run that way. See what I did. Yeah, sorry about that. Are they coming back? Yes. Huh.
Holy shit!
Oh, no. Oh, no. No, shit. Whoa, no, Joe, no! No! Oh my god. Ah. I did mess up. This was not a smart. No! Okay. Okay. And now there's a fourth guy, because that was the one that... Yeah, I hear him. Don't I? Huh. Weird. Okay, whew. Joel. I think though, the realistic part of this is no one was amazing. Like, no one was doing amazing in this. There was no part where you thought, you know, everyone is acting like a mature adult. Like, so many things that happen because people make mistakes. Maybe they were too eager to extract the cordyceps from Ellie, you know. Maybe they didn't think it through, and that's how they ended up with the whole mess. Could have just left. But instead, I had to die. And that's very human, especially since the Fireflies, they were so go-hung on this for such a long time, and Marlene risked so much to do this that it probably was a hard decision for her. I mean, from what we've gathered, she actually really liked Ellie, and also apparently was kind of put into place to protect her, I think, or looked out for her and knew her mother. But also she had other responsibilities.
April 28th. Marlene was right. The girl's infection is like...
Nothing I've ever seen.
The cause of her immunity is uncertain. As we've seen in all past cases, the antigenic titers of the patient's cordyceps remain high in both the serum and the cerebrospinal fluid. Blood cultures taken from the patient rapidly grow cordyceps and fungal media in the lab. However, white blood cell lines, including percentages and absolute counts, are completely normal. There is no elevation of pro-inflammatory cytokines, and an MRI of the brain shows no evidence of fungal growth in the limbic regions, which would normally accompany the prodrome of aggression in infected patients. We must find a way to replicate this state under laboratory conditions. We're about to hit a milestone in human history equal to the discovery of penicillin. After years of wandering in circles, we're about to come home, make a difference, and bring the human race back into control of its own destiny. All of our sacrifices and the hundreds of men and women who've bled for this cause, or worse, will not be in vain.
So, to make this clear, because a lot of people get this wrong, I read so many Reddit think pieces. The past patients were not immune, by the way. Hi there, Bryony Stewart Sume. The past cases were people with the virus, but they weren't immune. Maybe it took longer for them to... How about the axe? Maybe it took them longer to develop the virus or whatever, but a case like Ellie's is unheard of. She really is the only one they know who is immune. And a lot of people get that wrong. A lot of people are like, well, you know, there's so many other people. Why do they have to do that in the first place? You know, or they had people like her before and it didn't work out. Yeah, that's the story they usually go with. No, they didn't. Ellie is the first one who's immune, and that's why she's so important.
It's 5:30 p.m. on April 28th. I just finished speaking, more like yelling at our head surgeon. Apparently there's no way to extricate the parasite without eliminating the host. Fancy way of saying we gotta kill the fucking kid. And now they're asking for my go-ahead. The tests just keep getting harder and harder, don't they? I'm so tired. I'm exhausted. And I just want this to end. So be it.
So this shows, like, this is not an easy decision for Marlene. She's been through so much, and for her it really was what I just talked about: family or humanity. Like the wait, I'm completely in the wrong direction. Am I in the wrong direction? Yeah. Family or the greater good, the people you love versus everyone. That is a super difficult decision. And I think a lot of us are more likely to choose family because that's the people we know. Like where we can say, they're good people. I know them. Those other people, I don't know them. They're assholes, probably. Marlene's journal, March 15th. We finally crossed the Utah border. In a couple of days we'll be back with the others. Today the crew was in much better spirits. I've been worried about their morale since Greg and Tanya's passing last week. It's good to hear them laughing again. Robin came up to me and said, "Thanks for watching over us, Marlene. It was a small gesture, but I needed it." March 23rd. Ellie never made it. We arrived at the hospital. There was much celebration, at least from the others. I guess they're happy to see their old friends. We haven't seen some of these guys in over 10 years. After they told me the news, I couldn't eat. I couldn't talk to anyone. I should be grateful to just be alive, but right now I just want to shut my eyes for a bit. March 24th. They look at me and I know what they're thinking, that we're a bunch of incompetent grunts. What was I supposed to do? I thought I was going to die. My men were being hunted by the entire Boston battalion. I had to get her out of the city. How was I supposed to know the Firefly escorts were already dead? God damn it. I panicked. In the end I healed pretty damn quickly and my men were more capable than I gave them credit for. More than a handful survived the army's attack. I should have kept her with me. Instead, I handed her off to a couple of smugglers. I failed you, Anna. I failed all of us. I'm an incompetent grunt. April 25th. I can't stand talking to any of them. I don't think I can take the stairs any longer. No way I can stay here. April 28th. One of our scouts just radioed in. He spotted an older man and a young girl entering the tunnel by the bus terminal. He thinks she might have had red hair, but he's not sure. What if it's her? Stop doing this, Marlene. The Wrecking Squad is about to head out. I'm going to join them. April 28th. When you're lost in the darkness, look for the light. She's alive. They're running the tests on her now. I can't tell if I'm excited, scared, or just nervous. All I know is my hands won't stop shaking. So we get a little bit of all the hardships she's been through.
What was that?
It's really disgusting the way, like, you can see the flesh. It's kind of gross.
I'm gonna look around over here.
Like, I know people make fun of pacifists, but I think you can be a pacifist and still say, well, you know, I wouldn't show the other cheek, and I also get why there's violence and sometimes it's necessary and everything, you know, like knock the Nazis out and stuff like that. But a certain kind of violence I'm very heavily opposed to. And especially, I think there's a difference in being a pacifist on a broader spectrum, where you are against war, or the death penalty, you know, where it's a structural thing, versus, you know, hitting a Nazi. Sorry for that I used that example, but it's such a good example. You know, or hitting someone who wants to hit you or whatever. I mean, those are two very different things. Sorry for rambling on. Like, I get so, oh my god, I get super preachy in this. Was that it? Yeah. The Last of Us gets the worst out of me, making me a preachy. What is it, a preachy Patty? Is there a word for it? Am I a preachy Patty?
I should buy me some time.
I'm a Debbie Downer very often. Don't know whether I'm a preachy Patty. But right now I am. I'm sorry.
Hey, Anna. It's been a while since we spoke. I just gave the okay to proceed with the surgery. I really doubt I had much of a choice. Asking me was more of a formality. I need you to know that I've kept my promise all these years. Despite everything that I was in charge of, I looked after her. I would have done anything for her, and at times here's a chance to save us. All of us. This is what we were after. What you were after. They asked me to kill the smuggler. I'm not about to kill the one man in this facility that might understand the weight of this choice. Maybe he can forgive me. Oh, I miss you, Anna. Your daughter will be with you soon.
I wonder whether Marlene and Anna were a couple. I mean, they could also be super besties, but at times it kind of sounds a bit like, I mean, if they were a bestie, there was really love involved, whether romantically or platonically.
Sweet Jesus.
Doctor? What are you doing in here? I won't let you take her.
Don't come any closer. I mean it.
Oh, I hate this. I don't want this. Can I shoot him in the...
No!
I only shot him in the knee. I didn't...
You fucking animal!
Harry, shut that up.
That's...
Come on, baby girl. I got you. I got you. Oh, shit.
I gotta be honest, the first time I played this, I was go-hung on killing everyone in my way. And then the second time around, I was like, well, but that was a bad idea. So I was really in the moment, like Joel, when I played this the first time.
Which way?
And I think that's the gist of the game, that the game wants you to put you in the shoes of Joel.
We're okay.
So you kind of see why he does what he does. Not necessarily approve, but you know.
Stop!
You can't save her. Even if you get her out of here, then what? How long before she's torn to pieces by a pack of clickers? That is, if she hasn't been raped and murdered first.
It ain't for you to decide.
It's what she'd want. And you know it. Look. You can still do the right thing here. She won't feel anything.
What the hell am I wearing?
Just take it easy. Drugs are still wearing off.
What happened?
We found the Fireflies. Turns out there's a whole lot more like you, Ellie. People that are immune. There's dozens, actually. Ain't done them a damn bit of good, neither. They've stopped looking for a cure. I'm taking us home. I'm sorry.
Wait! Let me go. Please.
You just come after her.
Well,
looks like we're walking.
She's wandering.
Straight shot through here.
All right.
why she's
Kinda pretty, ain't
immune
it?
if she can't help humanity.
Alright. Now watch your head going through.
Got it.
Feeling my age now. Don't think I ever told you, but Sarah and I used to take hikes like this. I think the two of you would have been good friends. I think you really would have liked it. I know she'd have liked you.
I bet I would have.
I don't know why people think Joel's the good guy, because this is not a happy ending. Okay. The travelers have been crippled for now. Daniela's daring plan and her seemingly miraculous escape back home have made her a galvanizing figurehead to the last watch. Captain Ryan's sacrifices made him a martyr, an illusion Diana won't dispel. But how long can she keep what really happened a secret? Ooh. So there's the parallels. I wonder when I read this in the chronological order, or whether there's an actual, like, parallel The Last of Us kind of analogy to the story of the comics.
Down there.
Yeah, so anyway, this is not a happy ending. Ellie is not happy. She's...
Just a little bit further now.
like, she wanted this to be, you know, a hopeful journey to save humanity. And it did nothing. And they lost so many people on the way. Like, all of that.
There. I got you. All right, come on.
Hey, wait. Back in Boston, back when I was bitten, I wasn't alone. My best friend was there. And she got bit too. We didn't know what to do. So, she says, let's just wait it out. You know, we can be all poetic and just lose our minds together. I'm still waiting for my turn.
Ellie.
Her name was Riley, and she was the first to die. And then it was Tess. And then Sam.
None of that is on you.
You don't understand.
I struggled for a long time with surviving. And you... no matter what, you keep finding something to fight for. Now, I know that's not what you want to hear right now.
Swear to me. Swear to me that everything that you've said about the Fireflies is true.
I swear.
She knows.
Okay.
Well, that was The Last of Us, the first part. Bummer ending. Like, oh god, it's not. It's so sad. Because she's right, you know, they did all of that for nothing. Also, I like the small detail. I don't know whether that was Troy Baker in mocap acting or the idea of the animators, that Joel touches his watch when he talks about surviving. So, you know, remembering Sarah. I really love this game. It's one of my favorite games ever. It's one of the first games I played on the PlayStation, and I truly love it. I come back to it over and over again, even though there are parts of the game that I hate. David's whole part, like, he can just die. Well, he did die, so yay. And I will see. I probably make some short The Last of Us related videos with the material I have right now. I have a few ideas, so it will be some shorties, probably more the lighthearted kind after this, you know, super sad ending. And then I will see. I actually wanted to play the DLC and then the sequel, so I have like the Last of Us trilogy going, and after that I will probably look at other games, because right now I kind of want to spend more time in this world. And I played The Last of Us 2 a couple of weeks ago, and it really affected me. Like, it really moved me and had a big emotional impact, like it had on a lot of people I've read about and saw in other Let's Plays. And I wanted to take the time to step back, replay the first game, just to see whether that would change the way I experience it. Also, I didn't want to replay it immediately after playing the first time, because I felt like I needed some time off just to deal with it, because it's a lot. It's a lot, in good ways and in bad ways, but mainly in good ways. Like, I think it's a very impressive game, the sequel, and I think it will have an impact on how games are being made. Yeah, so that was that. I also never got the time to talk about the amazing work of Gustavo Santaolalla, who made the music. He's from Argentina. He worked with a lot of instruments he wasn't really used to. He wanted to play instruments that are not that usual, so it's a lot of mixture in there. It's a very subtle soundtrack. The sequel has a bit more oomph behind it, for better or worse, but the first one is really subtle. It's really just absolutely beautiful. There are parts like they reuse in the sequel where I get teary-eyed just because of the music. So I will add a link on Gustavo's work if you're interested, because I think I said quite a few times that I really love the soundtrack, but I never really got to talk about it. Maybe I'll do that when I play the sequel. We'll see. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this playthrough. I did. It's my first playthrough, which you probably gather from the dilettante way of doing everything. Also, I'm not a good player, but I really had a lot of fun. I kind of enjoy it. It's kind of fun to do this. So I hope you enjoyed it as well. And if you did, you can follow me, you can like the video, you can comment. I probably will even answer, unless you're like a creep or super abusive in your comment, then I won't. But otherwise, I will probably, reply, because I'm not, I'm not super famous yet, so I still am desperate for any interactions with the viewers, opposed to like the really popular YouTubers on the Olymp. Yeah, so we'll see what I'll do next. I kind of have to see what I will do next, but probably the DLC of The Last of Us, because that's also like the amazing thing about the 3 games is that every single one of them is kind of unique in the way it tackles telling a story in a video game, because the DLC adds something that is also, I think, quite unusual, and was quite unusual for its time. And we'll get into that when I play the DLC. So, yeah. I hope you had a good time with this. And have a nice day. Take care. And bye.